And today in the kitchen, we'll be making a potato omelet. It's a 3 ingredient recipe that you can eat at any time during the day. And this is the potato omelet that we'll be making today. Like I said earlier, it is a really easy dish to make. It is a traditional Spanish dish, and this is my mom's recipe. Now let's go make it. And the 3 ingredients that you'll need for the potato omelet is going to be potato, eggs, and salt. After peeling your potatoes, you want to start cutting the potato in thin slices. You'll see throughout the video that I'm slicing a lot of potatoes. This is because I'm making 3 potato omelets, so you want to be mindful of that. If you're just going to be making 1 potato omelet and you're using large potatoes, I would say it's rather or around 4 potatoes that you'll need in order to do that. So just be mindful on how many potatoes you're going to be cutting. Now in a large frying pan, we want to put enough oil in order not to just fry the potato, but we're going to pouch the potato. We don't want the potato to become hard or crunchy as if we're doing French fries. So you just want to be mindful of that. I put my stove at medium heat in order to get that type of consistency. You also want to make sure that when you're putting in the potatoes gradually in the frying pan, you're wanting the oil to cover the potato. We're going to leave the potatoes on the frying pan for about 7 minutes before we go back and we see if they're done. This is 7 minutes into frying or pouching the potatoes. I move them around a little to see if they have the consistency, which should be cooked but a little bit soft. As of right now, it hasn't reached that, but like I said earlier, you don't want to let them fry and get golden. So now the potato has reached the consistency we want. We don't want to let them fry too much. As you can see, when I start draining them here, they are soft. So make sure that you drain them after they're cooked because we did use a lot of oil. So now I'm going to beat the eggs while I let the potatoes drain from the oil. As you can see, I'm going to use 5, but that's because I'm making more than 1 omelet. So just be mindful of the eggs as well. You're just going to use enough to cover the potatoes that you cooked. So now that we've drained the potato and we've beaten the egg, what we're going to do is we're going to mix the two together. When mixing both of the ingredients, you want to make sure that you're covering all the potato while you stir it. This is really important for our next step, and also this forms kind of like the sticky ingredient that we need in order for the omelet to take its form. Also, while I stir both of them together, this is an opportunity that I take to put in the salt. I just use 2 pinches of salt. You can also add other type of seasoning like black pepper, or onion, that's something that people use as well. For my liking, I just use a little bit of salt. Now we're gonna take a new skillet. You're gonna put a little bit of the oil that we used to make the potato or to fry the potato, and you're gonna gradually put in the potato mix. Remember, the potato omelet is a round omelet, so once you start gradually putting in the ingredients, you wanna make sure that you pat down and you take the form of the skillet. This is also going to help you with the next step that we're going to do once we have to turn it over. So we're gonna leave it on the skillet for about 3 to 4 minutes on high heat. You'll see the egg gradually cooking on the sides of the skillet. That lets you know that it's almost done or ready to turn over. Once you see that all around the egg is cooked like we see here, you start separating it in order for it to not be stuck when we turn over. Before I turn over, I move the skillet to make sure that it slides off, and I take a clean plate. The plate should be the size of your skillet. It should cover the entire omelet, because this is gonna avoid your omelet to break or to fall. So what we do is you want to put the plate on top of the omelet, like you see here. You put your hand on the plate and then you just turn over. It should be a golden color when you turn it over. That lets you know that it has been cooked on that side. And then we just start putting it back on the skillet in order to cook the other side. As you can see, it can get stuck on the plate, but that's really easy to fix. You just keep on sliding it off. And since we have to continue to cook, it'll take the form again. So what I do is I just pat it and reform it and allow it to continue to cook. On this side, it's gonna be the same time, around 3 to 4 minutes. As you can see here, it's creating bubbles on the side. Usually that means that it's cooked. So what I'm gonna do once again is I'm gonna shake the skillet a little bit to make sure it's not stuck. And I'll take a new plate to turn over. Once you turn over the potato omelet, you wanna make sure it has a golden color. You can always put back on the skillet if you want it a little bit more cooked. And as you can see here, I already took my slice of the potato omelet. There's a lot of potato in this dish, so that's why I'm going to take it today with some water. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the recipe. Let me know in the comments if you tried it out, if you added something new, or if you want to see something different. Thank you.